Good afternoon and welcome to Miami RedHawks baseball here on Red Hawk Radio. This is Jack Schmelzinger, and I am coming to you from McKie Field at Hayden Park in Oxford, Ohio. We are on the campus of Miami University. We are here for Game 1 of a doubleheader, Game 1 of the series as well, between Miami and Kent State. On the mound for the RedHawks is going to be Grant Hartwig. He's a redshirt senior from Plymouth, Michigan. So far on the year, he's 4-2 with a 2.66 ERA. He has 43 strikeouts, just 7 walks, and only 1 home run in 40 2/3 innings pitched. A great start to the year for the big 6'5" righty from Michigan. The lineup for the visiting Kent State Golden Flashes is going to be Kyle Jackson batting first. He is at third base. Mrozik is DHing, batting second. Colin Matthews in center field. He bats third. Ben Carew, no relation to Rod Carew, bats fourth, cleans up. He is in left field. It will be Cam Touchette batting fifth. He's in right. Michael McNamara is at short, batting sixth. Justin McInnes is behind the plate, batting seventh. It will be Kevin Dobos, usually a catcher. He's playing second base today, batting eighth. And rounding out the order will be Nick Eisen. He is at first base. Here's the first pitch from Hartwig, squared around a bunt. Did Kyle Jackson, rather. That one was in the zone. Jackson pulled back, so it's 0-1 from Grant Hartwig. The RedHawks come in 11-5 in conference. They are 1 game behind Ball State and Central Michigan for the MAC lead. And Jackson hits one hard back up the middle off of Grant Hartwig and into foul territory. Morrissette's going to chase that one over by the Kent State dugout. It's going to be a single for Kyle Jackson. Hartwig looks to be okay. That was a hard hit single right up the middle. Hit Hartwig, looks like around the knee area, maybe hopefully up in the upper thigh. A little bit more meat there to pad that baseball. But either way, Kyle Jackson on first with a leadoff single, and Grant Hartwig will remain on the mound. He is fine. So it will be the DH, Jason Mrozik, for the Kent State Golden Flashes. He's 1 for 8 on the year with a home run. So his only hit on the season is a home run. He squares around a bunt, puts this one down. It will be foul. Roll foul down the third baseline. So Kent's starting off playing some small ball here. That's Josh Mrozik, rather, not Justin. And he's a sophomore. We are still scoreless here from Oxford. 0-0, no outs in the top of the first inning. Grant Hartwig just allowed a single right off his leg. Here's the pitch to Mrozik. That is a breaking ball that just misses the outside corner. Miami dugout wanted that one. So Miami, as I said, third in the MAC right now. 1 game behind Ball State and Central Michigan. Kent State down in 7th. They're 7-9, tied with Bowling Green for 7th place in the MAC. Swing and a miss. That ball, that was a breaking ball. And Jackson takes off for second base. He's going to be in there easily. Throws into center field by Nate Stoles, backed up by Brokemont, who is out in center. So Jackson will steal second base. We'll give you your fielding lineup for the RedHawks. Nate Stoles behind the plate. Michael Morissette at first. Will Vogelsang manning second base as usual. Tyler Wardwell out at short. Brian Zapp plays third base. Nick Niebauer out in left today. Benji Brokemont is in center field, and Nate Stone playing right. Dalton backs at DH. Taking off for third is Jackson. A throw in the dirt. Zapp scoops that one. Puts the tag on Jackson, but just a little bit too late. He'll slide in there. Head first, steals second and third. That was a pretty good throw by Nate Stone in the dirt, and a good scoop by Brian Zapp. Actually beat Jackson to the bag. Zapp just couldn't quite get the tag on. So Jackson, after a hard hit ball off of Grant Hartwig's leg, steals second and third. Count is, looks like it'll be 1-2 to the Kent State DH. Nope, that was actually a strikeout on the last pitch, so Colin Matthews will come up for Kent State. He fouls one off. My apologies there. So that was a strikeout of Josh Morozic, and Colin Matthews will come up. He's dangerous. Matthews, the center fielder, he's a junior from Lewis Center, Ohio, hitting .376 on the year, already 4 home runs and 22 RBIs, OPS up over 1,000. He gets on base almost half the time he steps into the box. Hartwig fools him with a changeup there, way low. Swung on and missed by Matthews, rather, so it'll be 0-2. Here's a pitch from Hartwig. That was another changeup down low. Not able to get Matthews on this one. I think he might think that it hit him. And the Kent State third base coach thought so too. The umpire disagrees. Umpire and the third base coach can have a little conference over by the Miami dugout. I don't think that that's going to get this call changed. So they'll break it up. Kent State third base coach actually almost made it onto the field. They're going to call the umpires to the center of field to discuss this one. So we'll see if the third base or first base umpires had a better view of that one. And with Colin Matthews at bat, a free pass, especially with a couple bases open, would not be the end of the world. Would like to keep him with 2 strikes, though. But Matthews, as I said, a very dangerous hitter, probably the most dangerous in this Kent State lineup. The Miami baseball managers, the excellent group who does a ton of scouting for the baseball team here in Oxford. I think, as far as I know, it's the biggest group of student managers in the country. They spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to get Colin Matthews out this week. Here's a pitch from Hartwig. That's a fastball inside. And they are going to say that one did, in fact, hit Colin Matthews. So he'll be down on first, hit by pitch anyway, and they're going to send Kyle Jackson back to third base. He came in. That one got away from Nate Stoltz after hitting Colin Matthews. Jackson came in to score, but they're going to say that hit did, in fact, hit Matthews, so it's a dead ball. Jackson back to third, and the Kent State Golden Flashes will have runners on the corners. 1 out here in the first inning. Ben Carew coming up to the plate. He has been good this year as well. Hartwig, a quick spin throw over to first. Jackson back in there easily. That's Matthews, rather. Jackson over at third. Carew hitting .327 on the year, 37 hits and 113 at-bats, 2 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs. Doesn't walk much. Squares around a bunt, puts this one over. Hartwig's going to field it and put the tag on Ben Carew, but that'll score Kyle Jackson from third base. Matthews will move over to second, so the Kent State Golden Flash has taken an early lead off the sacrifice bunt from Ben Carew. A little safety squeeze there. Jackson was not running on the throw, on the pitch. So really playing some small ball here is Kent State, stealing a run early from the RedHawks. Only 1 hit up on the board. That was a little bit of a lucky one. A hard hit ball. Not hit that hard, though. I'm not sure that would have gotten into the center field. Hard hit ball off of Grant Hartwig to start off the inning. Hartwig takes a look back at Matthews at second. He fires. Pitches on the outside corner. Nope, just off the outside corner. So 81 miles an hour on the breaking ball. That's a ball to Cam Touchette, the graduate student from Columbia, Illinois. He's hitting .350 on the year. That comes out to 36 hits in 103 at-bats, 5 doubles, a triple, and a home run, so a little bit more of a singles hitter is Jackson. He walks a good amount. The pitch from Hartwig, that one is just a little bit outside once again. Miami dugout wanted that. So count will be 2-0. RedHawks in a little bit of trouble here early. Runner on second base. Kent State leads 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. Pitch from Hartwig. That one's a strike. Finally catches the outside corner with that breaking ball. Here comes the 2-1 from Hartwig. Swung on and skied out toward left field. Niebauer is running toward the fence on that, and he will make a great running catch. Slams into the fence. He's all right. He's back up quickly. And a beautiful running catch from Nick Niebauer to end the inning. He ranged all the way over to the fence out in left foul area, the left field foul area rather, and the RedHawks escape the inning. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, leave 1 on for Kent State. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first inning. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. And we are back for the bottom of the first inning here from Oxford, Ohio, in overcast 54 degrees here in Oxford. Wind blowing at 9 miles an hour out toward left field, I would say. So a pretty nice day here in Oxford. Tomorrow is supposed to be pretty rainy. They have already moved first pitch of tomorrow's game till 10 a.m. It was supposed to be just 1 game today, a doubleheader tomorrow. But the weather looked a lot better on Friday. So in steps Nick Niebauer, leading it off for the RedHawks. Here comes the first pitch to him. That is a strike at the bottom part of the zone. Luke Albright on the mound today for Kent State. He's been really good, the 6'4" junior righty from Fishers, Indiana, same hometown as Sam Bachman. I'll have to check up and see if they were teammates. Second pitch to Niebauer, catches the outside corner. That's another fastball. 0-2 to the RedHawk left fielder today. Albright is 5-3 so far this year. 2.54 ERA, 63 strikeouts, 20 walks in 49 2/3 innings. Niebauer stays alive, fouls back a fastball. So Albright, a big strikeout guy, maybe not the best control in the world, has a little bit of a walk issue so far today, though. It's thrown nothing but strikes through 3 pitches. Here comes the payoff to Niebauer. That one's up high, another fastball. So for the RedHawks today, it is Nick Niebauer leading off in left. Will Vogelsang plays second, bats second. Nate Stone in right, he bats third. Dalton Beck, the freshman, is DHing. He's cleaning up as well. Benji Brokmond in center. He bats fifth. Tyler Wardwell at short, batting sixth. Brian Zapp at third, batting seventh. Nate Stolz bats eighth. He's behind the plate, as Albright misses with a fastball, so it's 2-2 to Niebauer, and Michael Morissette rounds out the Miami order. He's at first base. Count 2-2 to Nick Niebauer, no one out. RedHawks down 1-0 here in the bottom of the first to Kent State. Here comes another payoff pitch from Albright. That one is up high and tight to Nick Niebauer. He spits on that one. The count is full, worked it back full, did Nick Niebauer, so we'll see if he can make something happen here for the RedHawks. Here's the full count pitch. That one is up high. Niebauer walks. A great at bat from Nick Niebauer. He goes down 0-2, fouls off a fastball, and then 4 straight balls from Albright. And Albright hasn't thrown an off-speed pitch yet today. Albright looks like he's sitting around 92 or 93 here today, so pretty impressive stuff from the junior. Looks like Fishers, Indiana has a little thing for producing MAC pitchers. And Albright actually coming off a little bit of a clunker. You heard his stats are pretty good. Like I said, the 2.54 ERA, that was actually 1.35 up until last weekend when he, as Vogelsang fouls off the first pitch, another fastball from Albright. He gave up 7 runs on 11 hits. 1 walk, just 3 strikeouts in 3 innings against Central Michigan last weekend. The Central Michigan Chippewas once again tied for the MAC lead, so that's one of the best teams in the conference. Count 1-1 to Will Vogelsang. Squares around a bunt, pulls back just in time. That was looked like a changeup from Albright, just a little bit high. And almost wish that Vogelsang wasn't squaring around a bunt on that one, even though it was out of the zone. And off-speed pitch up high like that looked like a hanger. Will Vogelsang probably could have done a lot with that one if he was ready to hit it. Vogelsang takes a half swing at a fastball right down the middle. Count 2-2. Niebauer on first after the walk. Vogelsang, the graduate student from Cincinnati, one of the best hitters on the RedHawks team so far this year. Hitting .301 with 2 homers and 20 RBIs. Count 2-2. Here it comes from Albright. That one's outside. A fastball touches 96. And I haven't been around for much Miami baseball, but really impressive to see the amount of talent up on the mound in the MAC so far. We've seen a lot of really good pitchers. Albright, probably one of the better ones we've seen here this season. Niebauer takes off for second. That's a strike right down the middle. Freezes Will Vogelsang with a breaking ball. Niebauer into second without a throw. So there's 1 out. Nate Stone's going to come up after that strikeout, looking strikeout from Vogelsang. Niebauer steals second on the play. And that will be Niebauer's 3rd stolen base on the year. 2nd, rather. Here's a first pitch to Stone. Swung on and missed. A changeup there. 321 is Stone. That's what he's hitting. 3 home runs, 22 RBIs. He struggles a little bit with the changeup. Teams really like to attack him with that pitch, especially low and especially right-handed pitchers, where they get that, righties get that arm side fade on their changeup that pulls it right away from the power area on Nate Stone's bat. Looks like another changeup there, 86. Caught the inside corner, so it's 0-2 to Nate Stone. He'll have to fight here. Ethan Albright has him on the ropes. 1 out in the inning. Nick Niebauer, rather, is on second base. Here comes a pitch, swung on and popped over by third by Nate Stone. Over there's Kyle Jackson, and he's going to settle under it and grab it right behind third base. So the 2nd out of the inning, Nate Stone pops out. And it'll be Dalton Back, the freshman, DHing today. And Back hitting .287 on the year, OPS right at 900. Strikes out a lot, 30 in 87 at bats, but one of the best hitters in the RedHawks lineup, and he's just a freshman. First pitch from Albright, swung on, foul tip, but caught by the catcher, so strike 1 on Dalton Back. Looked like he was right on that fastball, just swung a little bit over it. And Back, usually on left field, he's actually a catcher by trade, though. And we haven't seen him behind the plate so far this year, mostly because Nate Stoles is so excellent back there. And Back lines one into right field, chasing Back to the wall is Cam Touchette, but he's going to make the grab on the run. Back chases him to the wall with a hard hit line drive out there to right. But Cam Touchette makes the catch to retire the RedHawks. RedHawks score none on no hits, leave one man on base. And we will be right back with the top of the second inning. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We are back here from McKie Field in Oxford, Ohio. Michael McNamara going to step up to the plate for the Kent State Golden Flashes. He's hitting .280 on the year with 3 home runs, 20 RBIs, it looks like. First pitch to him is a changeup outside, but they're going to say that he went a little half swing there from McNamara. They'll peel down to first. Umpires today, Tim Farwis is behind the plate. Mark Spicer over at first, and Ron Arnsberger manning third base. Another swinging strike from McNamara. A little half swing there on a breaking ball from Hartwig. He's having a little trouble seeing the ball out of Hartwig's hand, it looks like. McNamara once again hitting .280 on the year OPS. 842, 3 home runs, 6 doubles. 882 at bats. Strike 3, he is called out looking. Hartwig punches him out, catches him with it looked like a breaking ball in the inside corner, so a good pitch from Hartwig to get in the quick first out. And it will be Justin Mickness, the sophomore from DuBose, PA. Looks like the only Pennsylvania representation in this Kent State starting lineup. He's been pretty good this year too, hitting 300, exactly 30 hits in 100 at bats. Some nice round numbers for Justin Mickness. First pitch to him, a fastball down low. 2 doubles, 5 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, walked 16 times in 100 at bats. OBP up around 400, so this Kent State lineup pretty deep, probably the deepest we've seen. Pitch from Hartwig, 81 miles an hour. And Kent State known for a pretty good lineup, a little bit of a shaky pitching staff. Albright, who's on the mound for them this afternoon, by far their best pitcher, starting-wise at least, as Mickness grounds one over to third base. Zapp charging, he'll field, throw on the run over to Morissette in time to grab Mickness. A great play over there at third base by Brian Zapp. Charges in on a little pool cue ground ball from Justin Mickness, fields it on the run and throws over to first base just in time. Michael Morissette with the stretch over there. So 2 quick outs for Hartwig. It will be, looks like Kevin DuBose, the redshirt senior from Marvin, North Carolina, will come up with 2 outs. No one on base. Hartwig looking for a quick inning. Squares around a bunt, puts this one down, but it will get foul. So a nice easy strike there from Hartwig. DuBose hitting 186 on the year. He's really struggling. 182, that is. Pitch from Hartwig is inside. That's a breaking ball, it looked like. RedHawks once again down 1-0 to Kent State. Top of the second inning. Grant Hartwig on the mound. Here's a pitch from him. That is a changeup right down the middle. Looks like it froze Kevin DeBose. Count 1-2 here with 2 outs. Hartwig looking for a quick inning. Here's a pitch swung on and lined over to third base. A diving try by Brian Zapp. That one's off his glove and into left field. DeBose is rounding first. He'll go into second with a double. That was an exceptionally hard hit ball. And Brian Zapp didn't even have time to take a step. He just basically fell over there. Trying to grab that one. A valiant effort from the third baseman. It bounces off his glove and into left field. And we might have been seeing that one on SportsCenter if Brian Zapp had managed to pull it off, but just a few inches wide. So DeBose on second with a double. Absolutely certain they won't rule that one an error, and yep, that's a hit. So Hartwig not quite the quick inning he was looking for. It'll be Nick Elson, the first baseman coming up for Kent State, hitting 200 on the year. OPS just above 700. So maybe not hitting quite as bad as that average might suggest. Here comes the pitch. That is a fastball just off the outside corner from Hartwig. Touches 94 for the first time this afternoon. And Elson really an all-or-nothing guy. 16 hits. And it looks like 9 of those 16 have been for extra bases. 6 of them have been home runs. So you do not want to let Nick Elson beat you. Strikes out a lot, 34 strikeouts, just 5 walks. And 81-mile-an-hour breaking ball outside. Elson looks like he wanted to take a swing at that one, holds back in time though, so it'll be 2-0 to him. And looks like Hartwig is treating him a little bit carefully. I would have to imagine that he's up there for the MAC lead in home runs. Count is 2-0 to Elson. Swung on and ripped out toward left field. Niebauer chasing that one over toward the Miami clubhouse, and he will grab it just in foul territory about 10 feet from the wall. So a hard hit ball by Nick Elson. That's a loud out. Nick Niebauer ranges over and grabs that one in left field. The Kent State Golden Flashes score no runs on 1 hit. No errors, leave 1 man on base. We'll be right back with the bottom of the second. RedHawks down 1-0 here from Oxford. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We are back with the bottom of the second inning. Benji Brokemont steps into the right-hand batter's box against Ethan Albright. Squares around to bunt. This one pulls back in time, but that's a strike anyway. Fastball in the outside corner. And Albright, as I said a little bit earlier, from Fishers, Indiana, just like the Miami star Sam Bachman, swung on. Nope, a little bit of a half swing. from Benji Brokman, so the count is 1-1 to the RedHawks center fielder. Swung on and ripped out toward right field. This one is going to be caught by Cam Touchette, ranging in to make a nice little catch on the Benji Brokman liner out to right. RedHawks still hitless, that is. And Bachman and the Kent State starter today, Luke Albright rather, both from Fishers, Indiana, not high school teammates. Albright went to Fishers High School and Bachman to Hamilton Southeast. But they did play some summer ball together. First pitch to Tyler Wardwell's a strike. So a little bit of familiarity between these two teams, both Albright and Bachman, as Wardwell watched the fastball just off the inside corner. Both 2 of 3 players from the MAC named to the Golden Spikes Award list, basically the college baseball Heisman. And Bachman, at least, has a real chance at that one. Wardwell swings and misses. Got a fastball up in the zone. Count 1-2. Wardwell, the senior transfer, spent a couple years at Duke. He's hitting .250 on the year. Younger brother Jack's also on the team. Hasn't gotten much action so far in 2021. So the count is 1-2 to Tyler Wardwell. RedHawks down 1-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. He swings through a breaking ball. Really fooled by that one. 86 miles an hour from Albright. So another quick out from Luke Albright. And it will be Brian Zapp, the lefty, a sophomore from Waterloo, Ontario. I believe that Zapp is a sophomore. Count is 0-0 to Zapp. Here comes the first one, swings and misses at a breaking ball on the inside corner. Oh, 1 pitch. That one catches Brian Zapp right in the knee there. He's limping a little bit. That was a fastball. And that had to hurt Zapp, slowly making his way down to first base. We're going to have trainers come out and talk to him, as well as Justin Dedman over there at first. Danny Hayden will cross the field, put his mask on, and go talk to Brian Zapp and the trainers. So really hope Zapp is okay. He's walking it off for sure. Looks like he is getting a little bit back. They're looking at his knee. That one had to hurt. Just saw Mike Trout, probably the best player in baseball, take a similar one off the elbow rather than the knee the other night. And had a pretty similar reaction to Zapp. Just looks like it hurt more than he expected it to, but he is out in right field taking a few runs into the grass, and it looks like he'll remain in the game. So gritting it out, Brian Zapp. Glad to see that he's all right. Zapp is, in fact, a sophomore from Waterloo. And glad to see that he's going to stay in the game. Nate Stoll's going to come up for the RedHawks. Hitting .244 on the year. And he has struggled a bit recently. 0-0 pitch to him is, looks like a fastball up at the top of the zone. That was a breaking ball from Albright. Stolz couldn't pull the trigger on it. Zapp takes a short lead off of first. Actually a pretty sizable lead, especially considering he just got hit in the leg. Albright's going to come to the plate, though. That's another breaking ball up at the top part of the zone. So have to wonder if they saw something on the scouting report for Nate Stoll's, because leaving breaking balls up high, not something you generally want to do unless you have a tip on a hitter. Here comes the 0-2 from Albright. Way high, a fastball. And we are only playing 7 innings here from Oxford. We're going to play another one after this, about 45 minutes after the end of Game 1. Game 2 will start. RedHawks going to look to get Albright out of this one early. Zapp takes off for second. He's going to be in there without a throw. That's a changeup up high to Stoltz, so the count's 2-2. And in only a 7-inning game, Miami definitely going to want to work the pitch count on Albright. Going to have to try and get someone else in there because Albright is a really good pitcher, not someone you're going to score a lot of runs off. Here's the pitch from him. Fouled back by Stoltz. Count is 2-2. Stoltz hanging in there. RedHawks once again down 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs. Count is 2-2 to Nate Stoltz, a runner on second. Here comes a pitch from Albright. That one down in the dirt. So Stoltz works the count back to 3-2. Albright looks like he is, this is the second or third time he's gotten someone to 0-2 and then had trouble finding the zone. Here's the full count pitch from Albright. That one is up high. Nate Stoltz on first base with a walk. So after a hit by pitch and a walk, RedHawks are in business. Albright still has not given up a hit, but runners on first and second with Michael Morissette coming up. So Morissette will step in with 2 outs. A big spot here for the RedHawks, looking to cut down this Kent State 1-run lead. First pitch to him, a fastball in the inside corner, maybe a changeup. Morissette hitting 156 on the year. That comes out to 12 hits and 77 at bats, 4 doubles, 1 home run. He's walked 9 times. Count 0-1 to Morissette. Fouls one off wide of third base. That one's way out of play. And Morissette hasn't hit particularly well this year. Had a lot of trouble getting going, but probably might be the RedHawks defensive MVP so far, and that's weird to hear about a first baseman, but really he is probably one of the most athletic players I've ever seen play at the position. And he picks everything. Ranges over. He hits one hard into right field, chasing Touchette back to the wall. He's going to get there and jump into the wall. A catch made by Cam Touchette, and Michael Morissette just cannot buy a hit. That was a rope into right field. Touchette makes a great play on it to retire the RedHawks. They have no hits, leave 2 men on base, and score 0. We'll be right back with the top of the third. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We are back with the top of the third inning here from McKie Field in Oxford, Ohio. Kent State leads the Miami RedHawks 1-0. Cam Jackson. Kyle Jackson, rather, will step into the box. He's 1 for 1. Squares around a bunt. First pitch way inside. He will pull back in time, so that's a ball. Jackson, a freshman from Bowling Green, Ohio. And he is crowding the plate big time. Here's the pitch from Hartwig inside, on the inside corner. A good job there to find it. And Jackson, with how close he is to the plate, is not going to hit that pitch. His toes are actually on, left toes. He's a left-hand batter. Left toes are on the batter's box line. Hartwig misses inside with a breaking ball, so you can see Hartwig trying to attack that inside corner on Cam Jackson. A good strategy if he can execute it. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. That is a fastball. Strike. And Smith, a little surprising to see him up leading off this game. He's 4 for 25, hasn't hit a bunch this year, not a lot of plate appearances either. Still doesn't have an extra base hit. Swung and hit out to center field. Brokemont coming in, but Vogelsang will range out and grab that one. And really not that shallow center field, so a really athletic play from the RedHawks second baseman to retire Kyle Jackson for the first out. And athleticism, a hallmark of this Miami team, from the pitchers to the outfielders. Here comes Hartwig, squares around a bunt. Once again, it's Mrozik. That'll be in there. He pulled back on the breaking ball, but it's a strike anyway. Here is the 0-1 from Hartwig. Swung on and ripped out toward right field. That one's going to get foul. Out past the Kent State bullpen. Count 0-2 from Hartwig. Mrozik struck out swinging back in the first. Here's a pitch from Hartwig, swung on, fouled wide of third this time. And Mrozik 1 for 9 on the year, hitting 111. So it looks like these Kent State Golden Flashes were really playing around with the lineup today. Here's the 0-2 to Mrozik. Swung on and missed a 93-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. Mrozik cannot catch up with it. So that is a strikeout from Hartwig, his third of the game. And it will be Colin Matthews, the dangerous junior center fielder for the Kent State Golden Flashes. Here's the pitch from Hartwig. That one's inside. Pitch from Hartwig. That is a breaking ball in the inside corner. Count is 1-1, and it will be interesting to see if Grant Hartwig gets some major league looks. Draft scheduled for late July. They're saying it's not going to be the normal 40 rounds. I've heard maybe 20. As Hartwig bounces one up there, that is a ball. Count is 2-1 to Colin Matthews. Maybe 20. Hartwig, one of the older guys who would be eligible to be selected in that draft. I believe he's 23. but watching him, you have to believe he could help a big league team out pretty quickly. Just misses the inside corner with a fastball. And a guy with only 7 walks on the year, that's what big league teams look for a lot of the time out of college pitchers. Guys like Corbin Burns, even Shane Bieber, last year's AL Cy Young Award winner. A big strike thrower in college. Not the greatest stuff, but really turned into a great player. And a strike there to Matthews. He was about a third of the way down the first baseline. I thought that was a ball. So it'll be interesting to see what Hartwig, what his options are for next year. Here comes the full count pitch, swung on and missed by Matthews. Actually, they're going to say fouled that one off. I guess. Hartwig a little confused out on the mound, asking if it hit him. He definitely swung, so that would have been strike 3 if he did hit him. If it did hit him, so the umpire must have said. That was a foul ball. Count 3-2 once again. Here comes a pitch from Hartwig. A breaking ball outside. That one swung on and missed by Matthews. Gets away from Stoltz, though. And Matthews is going to reach. That one got too far away from Nate Stoltz. Wasn't able to get there quick enough. And Matthews will reach first on the drop third strike. A really nasty breaking ball there from Grant Hartwig. And not only did he fool Matthews, looks like he fooled Stoltz a little bit too. And looks like they're going to call that a wild pitch. Spin and throw over to Matthews at first. And a great throw, a great tag as well by Michael Morissette. They thought they got him. Looks like Mark Spicer over there at first does not agree, calls him safe, so Matthews back in there. And taking a noticeably more conservative lead over at first. Another spin throw over, almost gets him again. Great throw by Hartwig, puts it right on Matthews. And another good tag by Morissette, he's just back in there. Here comes Ben Carew. First pitch to him, a breaking ball in the inside corner. Carew is 0 for 0, sacrificed though. Sacrificed in a run. Little safety squeeze his last at bat. Swung on and hit out toward right field by Matthews. Stone coming in, but Vogelsang is going to range over behind first base and grab that one for the RedHawks, so no harm, no foul. The Kent State Golden Flashes score no runs on no hits, leave one man on base, and they still lead 1-0 going into the bottom of the third. We will be right back with the bottom of the third. This is Miami Baseball on RedHawk Radio. We are back with the bottom of the third rather. And it will be the top of the RedHawks lineup. Once again, Nick Neibauer comes in, the left fielder today. And good to see him getting a start. He walked his first time up, and he's actually hitting .500 on the year, only 8 at-bats. But he's also walked 4 times, so the stats looking really good for Nick Neibauer. First pitch to him is a fastball in the inside corner. Nybauer didn't like that one, and neither did the RedHawk faithful, chirping at Tim Farwas behind the plate. But count 0-1 either way. Here comes Albright quickly with the 0-1 pitch. That one's low, a breaking ball. Here's the 1-1 swung on by Nybauer, hit high up into right center field. Looks like Matthews gonna range over and grab that one just in front of Cam Touchette, who almost ran into him. So a fly out by Nick Nybauer to start the inning for the RedHawks. A quick out for Ethan Albright. Luke Albright, not sure why I keep calling him Ethan. But it will be Will Vogelsang coming up to the plate for the RedHawks, and Ethan Albright was the he was the old long snapper for the Washington football team. So I think that's where I'm getting that from. First pitch to Vogelsang is a slider on the outside corner. Count is 0-1. Swings and hits one over toward first. That one's off the glove of Nick Elson and over into foul territory, so it'll be a single for Will Vogelsang. Really put a charge into that one over to first base. Elson was able to get his glove on it, but couldn't corral it. It'll be interesting to see if they rule that one a hit or an error. Pretty much hit right at Elson, but the exit velocity on that one had to be impressive, and they're going to rule that an error, so Nick Vogelsang reaches on error with one out. And it'll be Nate Stone coming up for the RedHawks. Albright from the stretch. First pitch is a changeup inside. And if you watch some film on Nate Stone, especially right-hand pitchers, cannot emphasize it enough. They just go right at him, changeup after changeup after changeup. And he struggles a lot with the pitch, but still hitting up above 300 on the year. Another, looked like a fastball that time, just off the inside corner. So it's 2-0 to Nate Stone. So you have to think Stone, if he's able to figure out how to hit that changeup from righties, he is going to be a really tough out in the future. Only a redshirt freshman, and we'll see how long he stays in Oxford. Albright spins and throws over to first. Vogelsang in, standing up. Stone, as a redshirt freshman, I believe he would be eligible for the draft next year. And if he keeps hitting like he is, especially if he works out that little changeup issue, someone will be very excited to get him. He ropes one into right. That one's in front of Cam Touchette, almost over his head. Vogelsang's going to round second and go to third. Stone dives into second head first with a double. So a one-out double from Nate Stone into right field, and the RedHawks are in business. Dalton Beck, the cleanup hitter, coming up with runners on second and third, just one out. And Stone really got around. I believe that was a fastball, although it might have been a changeup, which would be pretty exciting if you're a RedHawk fan. And poked that one into right in front of Cam Touchette. That one got down, almost bounced over Touchette's head. He had to get his feet up off of the turf to corral that one. So Dalton Beck will step in with runners on second and third. A big spot for the RedHawks. Here is the first pitch from Albright. A fastball, nope, a changeup on the outside corner. Back 0 for 1 today, hitting .284 on the year. And that OPS has dipped just below 900. He's 890 OPS after the flyout back in the first. Here's the 0-1. That one is high and wide. A fastball from Albright. Count is 1-1 to the RedHawk DH. Albright catches the top of the zone with a breaking ball down the back. It is 1-2 to him. He still hasn't taken the bat off his shoulder. And back usually a pretty free swinger, so a little bit surprising to see him being so conservative here. Only 8 walks on the year for back. Back calls time in the box. Albright was taking a little bit too long for his liking. So once again, runners on second and third here from Oxford. Miami down 1-0 in the bottom of the third, but threatening with the cleanup hitter at the plate, Dalton Back. Here's the 1-2 to him. That is a fastball in the dirt. Back swings through it. That one is corralled by the catcher, and they will throw on to first to retire Back. Red Hawk runners stay put. So Albright gets the big strikeout at Dalton Back. It'll be Benji Brokman stepping into the right-hand batter's box. Brokman hitting .290 on the year. He hasn't homered yet, but 4 doubles and a couple of triples. And would be a great time for a big hit now. A single into the outfield, most likely scores 2. First pitch, that one is roped out to shortstop, but Michael McNamara will move 1 step to his left and squeeze. So a few hard hit balls in the inning for the Red Hawks. They get 1 hit and leave 2 men on base, nothing to show for it. We'll be right back. Red Hawks still down. We'll be right back with the top of the 4th. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We are back for the top of the 4th inning. Grant Hartwig still on the mound. He's really settled in after that first inning run. Giving up 2 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. First pitch to Touchette, swing and a miss and a breaking ball. Pretty ugly swing there from the Golden Flash right fielder. And Touchette hitting .346 on the year, so a pretty good hitter. Hartwig just misses with a changeup. Farwig behind the plate thought that one was a little bit outside. That one's grounded up the middle and through the infield by Touchette, so that'll be a single fielded out there by Brokman and right onto the infield. They'll hold Touchette to 1, that hard hit ground ball right back up the middle. McNamara squares around a bunt. First pitch is up high. Pulled back in time. It'll be Michael McNamara, struck out back in the second. To lead off the inning. Throw over to first by Hartwig. Touchette will be back in there diving. Count 0-1, 1-0 rather, to Michael McNamara. Here comes the pitch. Running on that one was Touchette, but fouled off by McNamara, so he will have to go back to first. Little hit and run there by Kent State, and we've seen just about every example of small ball imaginable so far through just three plus from Kent State. A squeeze bunt, a sacrifice, a few sacrifices, a few stolen bases, and there the hit and run. So really trying to manufacture runs or the golden flashes. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Hartwig. Squared around to bunt. Does McNamara. That one catches the outside corner. Count is 1-2. Hartwig spins and throws over to first. Touchette back in, standing up. Count 1-2 to Michael McNamara. RedHawks down 1-0 in the top of the fourth. We're only playing 7. Another quick throw over by Hartwig. And Touchette back in there. Count 1-2 with no outs in the top of the fourth inning. We are only playing 7 once again. We'll play 7 more. Another game. About 45 minutes after the end of this one. A fastball way outside. A little half swing there by McNamara. They're going to peel down to Spicer at first base. Mark Spicer says that he did in fact go. So another strikeout for Hartwig. That'll be his 5th of the game. And Justin Mickness will step in for the Flashes. He grounded out to Brian Zapp at third back in the second. That was a great play over there by Zapp. Throw over to first. Touchette just back in there. And you can see Touchette over there just itching to go. Gonna have to find a good pitch to do it on because Hartwig is pretty quick to the plate and Nate Stoltz has a real cannon back there for the RedHawks. Here's a pitch. Touchette stays put. That one is just a little bit low. And Hartwig grimaces, looks over into the Miami dugout. Wanted that one. Here comes a 1-0 from Hartwig. That is a strike on the inside corner. Brings the count to 1-1. Mickness hitting .297 on the year, and I'm kind of surprised. It's just interesting that they have their someone hitting .297 having a pretty good year down at the 7th, and 2 guys hitting below 200 at the leading off and batting second. As Hartwig misses. And you'd think they'd want to have these guys setting the table for the middle of their order, Matthews and Carew, not to mention Touchette. And the prevailing wisdom in baseball is have your 6 best hitters hitting in the top 6. What you do with the rest, other 3 doesn't really matter too much. Another throw over from Hartwig, really keeping a close eye on Touchette over there at first. He's back in. So the count is 2-1 to McNiss. The 7th batter for the Flash is a little bit of an odd lineup construction, but I'm sure that these coaches know better than I do. Here's a 2-1 from Hartwig. It's a fastball up and out. Duchette got almost halfway down to second base there, but retreated. And Stoltz itching for a snap throw down to first. Count 3-1 to McNiss. Looks like Hartwig may be having a little bit of trouble focusing on the batter. Cam Duchette doing a good job drawing some attention over there at first. Here's a pitch from Hartwig, swung on and missed by McNiss. That was a fastball in the outside corner. Count is full to Justin McNiss. Runner on first, that's Cam Duchette. Grant Hartwig on the mound. Here's the payoff pitch. That one is grounded weakly to short. Wardwell coming on, he'll grab it, and a hard throw over to first. A big stretch by Michael Morissette in time to get Justin Mickens. Duchette finally went on that pitch. He will be into second easily, stays put there. So there will be a runner on second for Kent State with 2 outs. And Kevin Dobo stepping in. He had a hard double down the third baseline. Last at bat, that one, Brian Zapp took a big dive to his right and got a piece of that one, not able to snag it though. Count 0-0. Here's the pitch from Hartwig. That one catches the top of the zone. Here is the 0-1 pitch from Hartwig, swung on and missed by Dobos, Kevin Dobos. Count 0-2 to him. If you're just joining us, RedHawks down 1-0 in the top of the 4th inning. We're only playing 7. 2 outs, 2 strikes, runner on second base. Justin Dobos at the plate, Grant Hartwig on the mound looking for his 6th strikeout of the game. Here it comes. That's a breaking ball in the dirt. Little half swing there by Dobos. They're going to peel down to first. He did not go. Hartwig on the rubber for another payoff pitch. Here it is. That is fisted over toward first base, caught on the fly by Michael Morissette. A soft little line drive there by Dobos, caught by Morissette to retire the Kent State Golden Flashes. They score no runs on 1 hit. Leave 1 man on base. RedHawks still down 1-0. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 4th. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We are back with the bottom of the fourth inning. Pitch to Wardwell, swung on and flied wide of first. That one's going to get out. Count is 1-1 to Tyler Wardwell. Swung on and fouls another one wide of third this time. That one's going to get into the RedHawks dugout. Count is 1-2 to Wardwell. RedHawks down 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning to Kent State. Luke Albright, got to get that through my head. Luke Albright on the mound has been excellent. Swing and a miss for Wardwell. That was a changeup up high. So a quick out for Albright. Brian Zapp's going to step in. And I believe he's the only RedHawk with a hit so far. Nope, he was actually hit by a pitch last time. So one of the only RedHawks to get on base. Looking for his first hit of the afternoon. First pitch to him a little bit inside. And Albright going to that high changeup a lot. That's a pitch that not a lot of pitchers have the confidence to go to. Even in the big leagues, Lucas Giolito, the first example that comes to mind of someone who uses that a lot. The White Sox ace. Zapp fouls off a breaking ball. And that pitch can be a good way to steal a strike. Looks like a fastball coming out of your hands and looks like it's going to be up high. And a little bit of fade. Drops right into the zone. Just if they swing at it, likely it's going a long way, but if you can grab a strike with that one, always welcome. Albright misses with another fastball. Count is 2-1 to Brian Zapp. Here's the pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. So really attacking the inside. Albright having no trouble going to his glove side against the lefty. Another sign of a good pitcher. Not everyone in college can do that. Inside for Zapp. And Albright is absolutely painting here. That one was just off the inside corner. The catcher looked like he didn't move his glove an inch. So RedHawks going to have to steal a run from Albright here if they want to get on the board or hope that they can get him out of this 7-inning game at some point. Zapp fouls another one back. And RedHawks were off last weekend. They were supposed to go to Bowling Green and play a series, but the conference foe Falcons having a little bit of COVID trouble within the program. RedHawks just had a few intra-squads here at McKie Field instead. Not sure if they're going to reschedule that one or not. Count 3-2 to Zapp. That one is way up high, almost hit him again. So Zapp will be on for the second time in the game. That time with a walk. And I'm sure he'll be glad to get on base without having to get hit by an Ethan Albright fastball. Not something anyone would want to do. And it'll be Nate Stoles coming up for the RedHawks. And Stoles struggling a little bit, as I said. Hitting .244. He was up around 300 mark at the beginning of conference play. Throw over to first, a pretty lazy throw over there by Ethan Albright. Luke Albright. And Zapp will be back in. I'm just going to stop saying his first name. Another throw over. Zapp back in. And Stoltz still getting on base at a pretty good clip. .353 on base percentage. Another throw over from Albright. That one will be into the outfield, but Zapp trips getting up, so he'll have to stay put there at first. And that throw got by Nick Elson, chased him over toward the Kent State bullpen pretty far into the outfield, but Zapp slipped on the bag getting up. And he would have been into second pretty easily. He had to stay put. So count 0-0 to Nate Stoles. And Zapp taking an even bigger lead off the bag. Looks like he is daring Ethan Albright to throw over again. Breaking ball outside to Stoles. A little bit surprised to see Albright go breaking ball there with how worried they appear to be that Brian Zapp's going to steal second. Albright ready for the 1-0 pitch to Nate Stolz. Here it is. Zapp takes off. That one is swung on and missed by Nate Stolz. They're not going to get. No, they will get him. A bounce throw into second by Justin McInnes. Brian Zapp, that one is grabbed out there by Dobos and slaps the tag on Zapp. He is not happy, thought he was safe. Danny Hayden's not happy either. And that is Ron Arnsberger over there making the controversial call at second base. Brian Zapp thrown out, attempting to steal by Justin McInnes. RedHawks get a base runner and squander it there. And it really did look like he was in there. It looked like he beat the throw, and Dobos wasn't able to get a handle on that one and get the tag on immediately. So looks like Zapp was definitely in there, but I guess the umpire's opinion is the only one that matters. Albright finds the outside corner. And if you're Miami, you have to be wondering, what the heck can we do? Albright has been magnificent so far through 3 2/3, not getting any help from the umpires. A ball in the dirt to Stoltz. And Albright, as I said, a junior, so looks like he is draft eligible this year. Would not, actually, almost certainly he will get drafted, especially if he indicates that he's willing to sign. Stoltz fouls back a changeup. And once again, that draft starting on July, third time's a charm, July 11th. Sam Bachman, the Red Hawk right-hander, expected to go pretty high, and that one actually got moved to the top 10 prospects by, I believe it was Baseball America this week. One of the premier scouting services in the nation. A fastball up high to Nate Stoltz. Swings at a an Albright breaking ball, lined wide of third base. That is a fastball on the outside corner from Albright. Nate Stoltz takes a little half swing, but he did not go according to the first base umpire, so he'll be on base with a walk. And it will be Michael Morissette coming in for the RedHawks. Morissette swings and skies one out towards second base. Dobos gets under this one, having a little trouble with the sun, but he'll reach up and grab it. So another scoreless inning for the RedHawks. They score no runs on no hits, leave one man on base. And they are still down 1-0 to Kent State. We'll be right back. This is Miami Baseball and RedHawk Radio. We are back with the top of the 5th inning here from Oxford. Grant Hartwig remains on the mound for the RedHawks. Through 64 pitches and 4 innings of work so far, he has 5 strikeouts, hasn't walked anybody, 3 hits, has allowed 1 earned. So another really good outing for Grant Hartwig so far. Really settled down after that first inning run. That really wasn't that much of his fault. 2 stolen bases for the Kent State Golden Flashes. A beautiful pick out by shortstop for Tyler Wardwell. Throws on to first, and Morissette not able to grab that one. But that would have been a beautiful play. Had Wardwell been able to convert on the throw, they're definitely going to roll that one a hit. He ranged out behind second base, grabbed that one on a hop, spun around, doing his best Tarek Jeter or Carlos Correa impression, and fired onto first. Morissette, a big stretch over there, just not quite able to glove that one. And that's probably the first pick that I've seen Michael Morissette miss this entire season. As I said earlier in the broadcast, one of the best defensive shortstops one of the best defensive first basemen rather that I've ever seen play college baseball. Will be Cam Jackson. He squares around a bunt, drops this one down the first baseline. Hartwig over to field that one. A dive into first base by Jackson, and he is out. A very athletic play there by Grant Hartwig to grab that one down the first baseline, throw on to Morissette at first base, and just got the diving Cam Jackson. I think Jackson would have been in there if he had just stayed up. But looks like he was thought he could get there a little quicker with the dive. This will be Josh Morozic up now for the Flashes. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Hartwig spins and throws back to second. And that is Elson over at second, who reached on a single and moved up on that Jackson bunt. Here's the first pitch to Morozic. He squares around a bunt, drops this one foul. One out in the inning for Kent State. And Morozic, another guy who really crowds the plate. First 2 batters in this Kent State order, and that's pretty tough to pitch to if you're not a good pitcher, but Hartwig is a pretty good pitcher, able to find the inside corner quite a bit as he throws a breaking ball for a strike. And if someone's crowding the plate as much as I can tell you, these first two batters in the Kent State order are, if you're able to bust them in on the inside part of the zone, they're not going to be able to reach it. So if Hartwig executes pitches here, he should have no trouble with these guys for the rest of the day, and he does. A breaking ball inside, swung through and missed by Morozic. That's his 3rd strikeout of the game through only 4 1/3 innings. And it will be Colin Matthews who comes in with 2 outs here. As we've said, dangerous Matthews, he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, reached on that strikeout, also got hit by a pitch back in the first. That one almost hit him. And with 2 outs and a base open, don't expect Matthews going to get much to hit here. Here's the pitch from Hartwig. That is looked like a changeup just inside. So definitely nibbling around the zone is Hartwig here with Colin Matthews at the plate. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Hartwig. That is swung on and missed by Matthews, a fastball. Nope, a changeup outside. Count is 2-1. Swung on and missed by Matthews, 2-2. Hartwig throws a fastball by him. Count is 2-2. Hartwig to Cullen Matthews, 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball just a bit outside, swung through and fouled back by Matthews. Stays 2-2. Luke Albright, the Kent State pitcher. According to MLB.com, their newest ratings that were dropped, I believe, 2 days ago, on the 20th, Albright is the 132nd best prospect in this draft. Sam Bachman, the Red Hawk, looks like tomorrow's starter, as Matthews fouls another one off. Tomorrow's starter for the Red Hawks, Sam Bachman, the 14th ranked prospect on that list. So a little love for the Mac from MLB.com, and likely we'd see a lot more Red Hawks on this thing if it went anywhere past 150. Really excited to see where these guys end up this July, because I have a feeling it's not just going to be Bachman getting selected. Anyway, here's another 2-0 pitch. That's a fastball in the dirt, way outside, past Nate Stoltzen to the backstop. So Elson will move over to first base, or over to third rather, with 2 outs. Count is full. Hartwig gonna have to be more careful here with a runner on third. Don't want to spike another one and let that guy come home on a wild pitch. Here comes the pitch from Hartwig. Swung on and missed. You probably heard Hartwig with the loud "let's go" there. A big pitch to strike out the best hitter in this Kent State order, Cullen Matthews, set down by Grant Hartwig through 5. 4.5 rather. Redhawks down 1-0 to Kent State. We'll be right back with the top of the 5th, bottom of the 5th. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We are back with the bottom of the 5th inning here from McKie Field in Oxford, Ohio. Kent State leads Miami 1-0. Ethan Albright still on the mound for the Redhawks. Back to around to the top of the order is Miami. Nick Niebauer steps in. 0 for 1 today with a walk. Flew out to left in the 3rd inning. First pitch to him is a ball low. And Albright, as I said, the top 150 prospect in the MLB draft, and we're seeing why. A real treat to watch here as a baseball fan, not so much as a Redhawks fan, as he is really carving through this order. pitch to Niebauer is on the inside corner. Count is 2-1. That was a breaking ball. Here comes the 2-1 from Albright. That one's low and in. So count is 3-1 to Niebauer, a hitter's count for the RedHawk left fielder, getting his first start of the year. Here comes the 3-1. That one is down low, so Niebauer walks for the second time in the game. Here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Will Vogelsang coming up for the RedHawks. Albright ready on the mound. Vogelsang taking his sweet time to get into the box. And it looks like we're going to have a... Nope, no conference. The Kent State catcher just going out to give some signs to the infield. And Niebauer actually is a little bit of a stolen base threat. 2 on the year, hasn't been caught. A little bit surprising from someone who usually plays catcher. A early swing around to bunt from Vogelsang and a little Baltimore chop into left field. A beautiful old school baseball play from Will Vogelsang. That's going to be a single. Squares around to bunt on Ethan Albright, the third baseman. That's Kyle Jackson over there, charges in. And Vogelsang pulls back and just chops that one over his head. And that is old school baseball from the RedHawks, and they are in business. Runners on first and second with no outs, and their 3-hitter Nate Stone coming up the plate. Stone 1 for 2. He has what was the only hit against Albright so far up until that infield single from Vogelsang. He squares around a bunt. He's going to put this one down toward Ethan Albright. That one's grabbed by the first baseman and thrown onto first. Stone is going to be safe. Stone with a hustle infield single reaches on the what was supposed to be a sacrifice bunt. And that actually wasn't Luke Albright who fielded that one. It was Nick Elson who came in and grabbed it in front of Albright. Actually almost took it right out of his hand. Looked like he wanted to throw onto third. Didn't have a play there, so he tried to spin around and throw onto first. Not in time, so Nate Stone reaches first. A infield single. RedHawks have the bases loaded with no one out, and Dalton Back stepping up the plate. He will look to tie this one up at the very least. Back 0 for 2, flied out to right in the first and struck out in the third, struck out swinging. Albright in a little bit of trouble. A walk and a couple infield singles, and Dalton Back swings for a changeup for strike 1. And RedHawks taking a little page out of Kent State's book. A walk for Niebauer, a little Baltimore chop from Will Vogelsang. He squared around the bunt and then pulled back, chopped one over the third baseman's head. Brooks Robinson, I believe, popularized that one back in like the 50s. And Stone reaches on a bunt, so the second pitch to Dalton Back swung through. That's a 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball. And Back is frustrated up there, having a lot of trouble today. 2 pretty ugly swings to start off the at-bat. Count is 0-2 from Ethan Albright. Here comes the payoff pitch. Fastball outside, maybe a changeup from Albright. Count is 1-2 to Dalton Back. Swung on and missed by Back. His second strikeout of the game, strikes out with the bases loaded, and there will be one out in the inning for Benji Brokemont. And Brokemont 0 for 2, the freshman center fielder. And it looks like he flew out to right twice in the second and the third. One of those was a really hard hit ball that Touchette made a great play out there on. So here comes Brokemont. First pitch to him. He swings and fouls that one back. And frustrated with himself, got one to hit there, wasn't able to get around on it. Count is 0-1 to Brokemont. Fouls a breaking ball into the Kent State dugout, actually just above it. And thankfully, everyone in there is okay. That was a hard hit ball out there. Count 0-2 to Brokemont, 1 out, bases loaded for the RedHawks. Looking to not squander this opportunity. Albright fires a 94 mile an hour fastball way up high. Couple of non-competitive pitches in a row, 2 straight at bats from Albright with the count being 0-2, and we've seen him have a little trouble today finishing guys off once he gets them to 0-2. Brokemont swings and misses at the 1-2 fastball. So 2 outs for the RedHawks. They are in danger of squandering this opportunity. Bases loaded with no outs they had. Now it's 2.
At the plate, number 15, Cole Andrews.
And they're going to send up a pinch hitter for Tyler Wardwell here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Cole Andrews. And Wardwell had been 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the game. And if you're surprised the RedHawks are already going to their bench here in just the bottom of the 5th inning, don't be, because we're only playing 7. We'll play another game. This is a doubleheader. We'll play another one after about 45 minutes after the finish of this one. Moving pretty quickly we are in Oxford. About an hour and a half in. I guess that's not that quickly. 4.5 innings in an hour and a half. But I guess time flies when you're having fun. It'll be a conference out on the mound for Kent State. You hear the Jeopardy music taunting them a little bit. A little bit of good-natured teasing from the RedHawk press booth. And they're going to break that one up. So it will be Andrews for the RedHawks, the right-handed hitting junior. 14 for 57 on the year, 3 doubles, 1 homer. OPS just above 700, hitting 246. Here's the pitch to him, swings through a breaking ball. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Andrews. Swings and misses. Another breaking ball way outside. And these last few RedHawk batters taking some pretty ugly swings. Ethan Albright. If he's able to work out of this one, you just have to tip your cap as a RedHawk fan. A really impressive pitching performance from him here. Got himself into some trouble. Looks like he is on the cusp of getting out of it. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Cole Andrews. Swings and grounds one wide of third base. That was looked like a changeup maybe from Albright. comes the 0-2 pitch from Albright. Fouled off. So Andrews gets a piece of the fastball to stay alive. Brian Zapp is on deck. And RedHawks hope he gets to bat this inning. That'll mean that they tied this one up at the very least. Andrews choked up on the bat. Here's the pitch from Albright. That's a breaking ball up high. The 1-2 pitch to Andrews. RedHawks have the bases loaded. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th, down 1-0. Here's the pitch from Albright. Swung on and missed by Cole Andrews. So Luke Albright gets himself into trouble and gets himself out of it. RedHawks score no runs on 2 hits, leave the bases loaded. And they are still down 1-0 here from Oxford. We'll be right back with the top of the 6th. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We are back with the top of the 6th here from McKie Field in Oxford, Ohio. It'll be Ben Carew up for Kent State. He's 0 for 1. Looks like he flew out to Will Vogelsang out at second base back in the 3rd, sacrificed in a run. Little safety squeeze back in the 1st. So he will be up for the 3rd time. Hartwig's still on the mound. His first pitch is just a little bit outside. He is at 77 pitches on the afternoon, so an efficient first 5 from Grant Hartwig. I believe Albright's actually a little bit deeper into his pitch count, which is a good thing for Miami because he has been excellent. First pitch. Second pitch from Hartwig, rather, another breaking ball up high. So he just misses the top of the zone twice in a row. Here comes Hartwig. That one is skied out into left field, chasing Brokman back to the wall. That one's going to clear the fence. Out in left center field, a home run for Ben Carew. Cleared the fence by looked like about 5 feet. And that one had to be helped by the wind blowing directly at the center field. The flag here in Oxford at half mast. And that, it is pretty stiff out towards center field. So Kent State takes a 2-run lead after the home run by Ben Carew. Score is 2-0. RedHawks going to have to come back here quickly. Only have 2 more at-bats to do so here in the top of the 6th. First pitch to Touchette, a strike on the inside corner. Touchette is 1 for 2 today. Singled back in the fourth, popped out to the center fielder, flew out rather, to Benji Brokemine in the first. Swings and misses. Nope, swings and fouls back, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball from Hartwig. So Hartwig is still running it up there on the velocity. The count is 0-2 to Touchette. Here comes the 0-2 from Hartwig. That one's in the dirt. Count is 1-2 to Cam Touchette. He grounds a breaking ball over to first. Morissette fields that one and steps on the bag himself. A good play on a weak grounder over there by Morissette. So that will be the first out of the inning. RedHawks looking to get out with no more damage. Miami down 2-0 here to Kent State. Coming to you from McKie Field in Oxford, Ohio. And we are in the top of the sixth, only playing 7. McNamara fouls one off himself.
Come on out.
And flags at half-mast here in Oxford to honor the life of former Vice President Walter Mondale, who died earlier this week. As Hartwig misses the zone with a breaking ball. Grounded to short. That one's fielded out there by Kopicki. Throw on to first. Morissette with the beautiful scoop and just in time to get McNamara. A great play over there by Billy Kopicki, who is in the game in Wardwell's spot. Throws on to first and another great scoop by Morissette. As usual, showing off his defensive value. And 2 outs for Hartwig. Will be Justin Mickens coming in. Mickens, rather. And he is 0 for 2, grounded out to third, grounded out to short. And the delay here is being caused by the first base coach, who is out. Nope, that's the third base coach. Actually came all the way across the field to argue with the first base umpire. And he will jog back across. He's getting a pretty long leash today, arguing with the umpires a lot. And can't see many Major League umpires being willing to argue with a third base coach coming across the field. As Hartwig finds the outside corner with a fastball. And that seems like something that an MLB umpire would not put up with, really kind of showing up. The umpire there making a big show of running across the field. I guess maybe there's a rule that they're only allowed to talk to the head coach, which would make that make a little more sense. Hartwig misses with a breaking ball. Count is 1-1 to Mickens. Breaking ball just outside. And it's Mickness rather than Mickens. So Mickness digs back into the left-hand batter's box for the 2-1 pitch from Grant Hartwig. RedHawks down 2-0 in the top of the 6th inning. Fastball on the outside corner, 2-2. To be honest, not too much of a fan of these 7-inning doubleheader games. I guess call me a baseball purist, but feels like a fake game. Mickness, skies went out to right. Stone is going to be going back on that one. He'll drift under it and squeeze. So the RedHawks retire the side. Damage is done. The Kent State Golden Flashes score a run in the top of the 6th. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th here in the 7th inning game. RedHawks down 2-0. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Bottom of the 6th about to start from Oxford. We are at McKie Field on campus of Miami University. The RedHawks are down 2-0 to Kent State. Going into the bottom of the 6th, Brian Zapp steps into the left-hand batter's box. Albright still on the mound for Kent State. First pitch to Zapp is a ball, and Zapp still hasn't recorded an at-bat technically here today. He walked back in the 4th and was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. He swings and grounds one down the first baseline, fielded over there by Elson, but Zapp's gonna reach. Elson got in front of that one with his glove, wasn't able to squeeze, and that one went over into foul territory. He ran over there and grabbed it and made a really hard throw to Albright covering, but Zapp is going to reach. They're going to rule that. I would be not be surprised to rule that one if they ruled that one an error. And the Kent State, excuse me, the Kent State third base coach actually out of his dugout again there. I'm not sure what he was arguing. Maybe that ball was foul, but it looked fair from over here, and no one has a better view than the first base umpire, who's just right down the line and immediately made that call. They're going to rule that a hit for Zapp. A lazy throw over to first by Albright. So Zapp 1 for 1. He's reached base 3 times today. Nate Stoles will step into the plate. He is 0 for 2. No, he's 0 for 0 as well with 2 walks. Stoles takes a half swing at a breaking ball from Albright. They appeal down to first. He did not offer at that one. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Stoles. Zapp looks like he was going to take off. He's back. A quick snap throw from Mickness will not be enough to get Zapp. He slides back in there. Zapp looked like he was going to take off on that pitch. Took about 3 steps, got maybe halfway down the baseline, but came back. So count 2-0 to Stoles. And Albright having a lot of trouble retiring Zapp and Stoles, these 7 and 8 hitters this afternoon. This is again breaking ball in the dirt. Pitch. That one is down low, so Albright loses Stoles. First 2 hitters for Miami on to start the 6th. And we're going to have a little conference on the mound. Looks like we're going to go to a new pitcher for Kent State. So that is a welcome sight for the RedHawks. Ethan Albright done after 5+ innings. 5+ innings, 4 hits, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. And we will be right back from Oxford after this pitching change. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We are back halfway through the 6th inning. RedHawks just forced Ethan Albright out of the game after a couple of walks from Brian Zapp and Nate Stoles. We will have the new pitcher, Jack Zimmerman. He's a 5'9" lefty from Akron, a senior, and he's 1-0 on the year with 4 saves, a 4.43 ERA. Morissette squares around to bunt. The first pitch popped up and caught by the catcher. Morissette slams his bat in frustration. So pretty much a free out there for Kent State. A tough play for Michael Morissette. And it'll be Nick Niebauer in for the RedHawks. And Zimmerman, interestingly enough, is actually labeled as an outfielder / pitcher on the Kent State website. Well, he's a senior. He's never had an at-bat. He doesn't have a single career at-bat, so hard to see maybe he's a defensive replacement type outfielder. That would be kind of cool, I guess. Either way, Niebauer in the left-hand batter's box. Here comes the pitch. That one's outside. One 1-0 to Niebauer. That one A fastball that catches the outside corner. Niebauer didn't like that call. It looked like it was pretty much the same spot as the one before it, but Tim Farr was behind the plate. Thought that that one found a little piece of the zone, so it's 1-1. RedHawks down 2-0 to Kent State here in Oxford. Bottom of the 6th, we're only playing 7. Here's the pitch to Niebauer. That's a breaking ball in the zone. Will Vogelsang on deck for the RedHawks. The dangerous right-handed second baseman will be interesting to see if they leave Zimmerman in to face him if he's able to get Niebauer. Looks like Miami is going to pinch run. I think it's going to be Mac Hippenhammer in for Nate Stoles. Hippenhammer, the speedy outfielder. I believe he is I'll just look. He's a junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana. So Miami will have a new catcher. Next half inning might be Nick Niebauer, who's at the plate right now. 1-2. Here comes a pitch from Zimmerman. Outside. Niebauer spits on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. And looked like Zimmerman thought he got him there, but just a little bit outside. Count 2-2 to the RedHawk left fielder. Runners on first and second. Miami down 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th. And Zimmerman misses again. That was a fastball down low. And the Kent State fans not too happy with that call. I'm not sure where they thought that one was. Looked pretty obviously low from back here. So here comes a full count pitch to Niebauer. Runner's not on the move. That one will miss. So Zimmerman walks Nick Niebauer. Niebauer, I think that might be that'll be his 3rd walk of the game. So Niebauer 0 for 1 with 3 walks, and the Kent State Golden Flashes have walked 8 RedHawks here today. Miami still hasn't scored a run, believe it or not. 4 hits, reached 8 times on walks, 0 runs. Not to mention an error from Kent State, so the RedHawks just really not getting any clutch hitting. You have to imagine that sometime somebody's going to put one together. And that could be Will Vogelsang, the clutch hitting second baseman. Here he comes. First pitch from Zimmerman down in the dirt. You have to assume Vogelsang's going to get one to hit here. With the bases loaded, they'll want to walk a run in. Zimmerman finds the zone with an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Count 1-1 to Vogelsang. He swings and grounds this one through the left side of the infield. Zapp is going to score. Hippenhammer rounding third. He is going to score a game-tying single for Will Vogelsang. Will Vogelsang ties it up for the RedHawks. It is 2-2 from Oxford. Miami is back in this game. A huge hit there from Vogelsang to tie this one up. It'll be Nate Stone coming in trying to maybe even grab the lead for the RedHawks. He'll bat from the left side against the lefty Zimmerman. And Stone is actually the rare left-handed batter who appears to hit lefties better than right-handed pitchers, at least early in his career, and probably the reason for that. as Zimmerman misses with a breaking ball. As we were saying earlier, Stone has a lot of trouble hitting the changeup from the righty. And lefties don't like to throw left changeups to other left-handed hitters because they fade basically right into the power area of a left-hander, just like, especially a big one like Nate Stone, a big slugger. As Zimmerman finds the bottom of the zone with a fastball. Breaking ball low. Count 2-1 to Nate Stone. Pitch catches the outside corner. It's 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Zimmerman. That one is on the outside corner. Nate Stone punched out by a fastball. So 2 outs for the RedHawks, and Dalton Back will step in with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. Miami and Kent State tied 2-2. RedHawks just tied the game up on a single from Nate Vogelsang that scored Brian Zapp and Matt Kippenhammer. Vogelsang is on first right now, and that is Nick Niebauer out on second. First pitch to Back, looks like that one was just a little bit high. Count is 1-0 to the Miami DH. Swung on and fouled back by Back. Caught over there by the Kent State first base coach. Here comes the 1-1 to Back. That is a changeup, it looks like, on the outside corner. Two to 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1 count to Dalton Back. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. RedHawks looking to take their first lead of the game. Here comes a pitch from Zimmerman, high and outside. 3-1 to Dalton Back. Hitters count for Dalton Back, the RedHawks cleanup hitter. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled. Got a big piece of that one, but that will get out of play. Out into the parking lot. Count is full, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Here in the bottom of the 6th, we are tied. Runners on the move, and swung on and missed by Dalton Back. That was an 87-mile-an-hour fastball from Jack Zimmerman. And he retires the RedHawks, but the damage is done. Miami scores 2 runs on a pair of hits. Ties this one up going into the top of the 7th. We will be right back with Miami Baseball. This is Red Hawk Radio. back with the top of the 7th. Once again, we are only playing 7 tied here from McKie Field in Oxford, Ohio. A few defensive changes for the RedHawks. Mac Hippenhammer comes into right. Nate Stone shifts over to left. And Nick Niebauer will move behind the plate. Jacob Webb is the new pitcher for Miami. Grant Hartwig will exit. Strike from Hartwig, so the count is 0-1. Hartwig will not get a decision today. Webb, a 6'5" righty. He's a senior from Fairborn, Ohio. Spent a couple years at St. Clair Community College just down the road. And he has been excellent so far. DeBose fouls back a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Hartwig, or Webb rather, looks a lot like Hartwig, especially up on the mound, but he has only given up 9 hits in 21 innings. He's 1-1 with a save, 1.71 ERA, 33 Ks, only 6 walks. As I said, only 9 hits in 21 innings, so really good stats for Webb. Misses with a fastball. And DeBose in now for Kent State. He is 1 for 2 rather. He doubled back in the second. Webb misses with another fastball, really attacking these Kent State hitters, letting the #1 rip. So once this game is over, we will be back in about 45 minutes for game 2. We're not quite there yet, as DeBose stays alive, fouling a 94-mile-an-hour fastball wide of first base. That one's way out of play. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, wherever you may be listening. RedHawks are tied 2-2. A great baseball game so far from McKie Field. We are in the 7th out of 7, assuming we don't go to extras, as Webb strikes out DeBose with a fastball, and that's an assumption that I am actually not really comfortable making. Would not be at all surprised to see this one a little bit of free baseball. And it has cooled off here in Oxford a little bit. As Webb misses a little bit outside with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 57 degrees and sunny with winds at 10 miles per hour, so maybe it hasn't cooled off. Maybe I'm just feeling a little bit colder. Here's the 1-0 from Webb, a fastball outside. This is Jack Schmelzinger coming to you on Red Hawk Radio from McKie Field in Oxford, Ohio. If you're just joining us, RedHawks and Kent State tied at 2-2 in the top of the 7th inning. Jacob Webb on the mound. He just threw a fastball for a strike by Nick Elson, who is 1 for 2 with a single. Elson hitting .207 on the year, but has 6 home runs. Swings and grounds this one over to second base. Charging is Vogelsang. He's going to grab it and throw on the run over to first. They're going to say that Elson is safe over there. And that is a very questionable call over at first base. Looks like Vogelsang definitely got that one to Morissette in time. And Mark Spicer over there at first has had a little bit of a rough day. Both teams really on him for a few calls. Guess it all evens out. So we'll be back around to the top of the order for the Golden Flashes. It'll be Kyle Jackson. He's 1 for 2 with a, looks like he doubled. Nope, he singled back in the first, later scored, and then sacrifice bunted 2 innings ago in the 5th. Swings and fouls back that first Grant Webb pitch, so the count is 0-1. Nick Elson on first. I guess they're going to call that a single. So a little infield single for Nick Elson, maybe a little bit of help from Mark Spicer, the first base umpire, Grant Hartwig. Jacob Webb, rather, on the mound for the RedHawks. Grounded up the middle, fielded over there by Kopicki. He'll step on second and throw on to first himself. A 6-3 double play from the RedHawks. A beautiful play from Billy Kopicki and a pitcher's best friend. The pitcher's best friend, a double play for Jacob Webb. He gets out of the top of the 7th. The RedHawks will come back in the bottom of the inning and try to win it. We are tied here from Oxford. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We are back with the bottom of the 7th. Benji Brokmond in the box for the RedHawks. He scores around a bunt, a fastball way up and tight. Brokmond, all he can do is get out of the way of that one. They're going to peel down at first base. He did not offer. So count is 1-0. Jack Zimmerman still on the mound for Kent State. Throws one by Benji Brokmond. Zimmerman came on in relief of Luke Albright, gave up a single to Will Vogelsang that allowed the RedHawks to tie this one up in the bottom of the last inning. And if they're going to win this afternoon, game 1 at least, it is going to be by a walk-off. Certainly nothing we haven't seen before from the RedHawks. Fastball up high. And it seems like this team really, I mean, how many games have they come from behind and won late? They certainly don't like to make it easy on themselves, but it ends up working out pretty often. Brokmond fouls one wide at first base. Swing and a miss. Brokmond strikes out on a fastball from Jack Zimmerman. He has a quick out. And it'll be Billy Kopicki coming up to the plate. He stops to have a little word with Benji Brokmond, presumably passing some information along as the RedHawks center fielder. And it'll be Kopicki who ended the last inning with that excellent defensive play, a 6-3 double play. And Zimmerman uncorks a wild one. That was a breaking ball way high and outside. 69 miles an hour. Looks like that one just slipped out of his hands. Kopicki is 3 for 15 on the year, a double. And 3 RBIs. He's only walked once. Fastball up. Count is 2-0 to Billy Kopicki. And if you're just joining us, 2-2. 2-2 rather. Score is 2-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Miami just tied it up last inning off a 2 RBI single from Will Vogelsang. And Billy Kopicki's going to draw a walk. So it looks like it will be Brian Zapp coming in for Miami, and he's had a great game so far. He is 1 for 1 with a single. He later scored. He's walked once. Was hit by a pitch once and even has a stolen base, so he's done just about everything so far here from Oxford. Swing and a miss at an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. And Zapp, another Red Hawk lefty who hits lefties a little bit better. It's a small sample size, but hitting .500 against left-handed pitchers this year, only 206 versus righties, is Brian Zapp. So count is 1-0-1. Billy Kopicki takes his lead off second base. Zimmerman with a look over there, but he's going to come to the plate. That's a ball. Fastball up high, it looks like, just a little bit away maybe as well. Here's the pitch. That is a strike on the inside corner. They're going to throw down to second. Billy Kopicki was running on the pitch, and he is thrown out. A great throw from Justin McKie. Catches Billy Kopicki trying to steal second, so Red Hawks back to bases empty. Count is 1-2 to Brian Zapp. And a little conference here between the home plate umpire and the Kent State dugout. Not sure what they're talking about. I think you can hear the Kent State, one of their coaches is adjusting the infielders. They're playing no doubles, guarding the lines against Brian Zapp. Aaron misses with a breaking ball. So a little bit of a strange infield alignment for Kent State. Zapp has a lot of room up the middle. But it won't matter. He swings and misses at a 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball. We're going to extras. Free baseball from Oxford. Tied at 2. We're going to go to 8. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We are back with the top of the 8th inning from Oxford. Jacob Webb still on the mound for the Red Hawks. Through an inning of work, 1 strikeout for him, only giving up 1 hit. Here comes his first pitch. Swung on and missed by, looks like we'll have a pinch hitter here from Mrozek. Count is 0-1. It'll be Eric Wentz in from Mrozek, a junior from Hudson, Ohio. Pitch in the dirt from Webb. So far on the year, Wentz is 0 for 12, so having a little bit of a tough start to the year. And looks like that's going to be 1 for 13. Brokman chasing this one into the gap in left center. He's going to dive, and that one hits off his glove. Wentz is coming around, dives into third with a triple. He banged a line drive out to left center field. Brokman, I can't believe that Brokman even got over there. Ranges about 60 feet over and dives in full stride, gets his glove on that one, but not quite enough, and bounces over to the left fielder for the RedHawks. That would be Nate Stone at this point. And they are not able to get it in. Wentz into third with a triple. Matthews fouls one back. And Colin Matthews, as we've said, one of the more dangerous hitters in this order. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts today, but hitting .369 on the year. Webb misses high with a fastball. Count 1-1 to Matthews. So once again, a really crazy play by Brokman to even get over there on that last one. They were not able to get a glove on it. That one singled up the middle and actually fielded out there by Vogelsang, thrown on to first. A beautiful diving play from Will Vogelsang to retire Colin Matthews. That's going to score the run, though. So Kent State takes the lead. A hard-hit ground ball out towards second base. Will Vogelsang takes a step to his right and dives for that one. Throws on to Morris at first in time to retire Matthews for the third time in the game. That'll be an RBI ground out for him. And Ben Carew, who homered his last time, is up. First pitch to him swung through. So Miami gonna have to come from behind once again. And Carew actually homered. That was a couple innings ago, back in the 6th. He takes a little half swing and a breaking ball down. Appeal down to first. They're gonna say he went. So count 0-2 to Ben Carew. Jacob Webb looking to retire him quickly. Swing and a miss. Webb wasting no time, strikes out Carew with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. It'll be Cam Touchette coming up for Kent State. He's 1 for 3.
Touche.
Let's go, Cam.
Hitting .349 on the year is Touche, as Scott Schreiber just pronounced it. Thank you, Scott. Count 0-1. Scott, the PA announcer here at McKie Field and most of Miami sporting events, hockey as well. Pitch up high from Jacob Webb. He is the son of one of the first Miami presidents, one of the most iconic people on campus, Shriver Center, where most of the admissions work goes on, named after the elder Shriver, who passed away back in, I believe it was 2011. Touche fouls off a strike. That was a breaking ball fouled off by Touche. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounded up the middle. Vogelsang's going to scoop that one. Not able to handle it, though. He got in front of it, got his glove on it. But not quite able to quite corral it. So it'll be an infield single for Touche, who looks like he's limping a little bit over there. But he'll stay in. And it'll be Michael McNamara coming to get off the schneid here. He's 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. Here comes a pitch from Webb. That's a fastball in there. Webb doing a great job getting ahead of these Kent State hitters with the fastball so far. Pitch from Webb. That is a fastball up a little bit high. Here's the 1-1. Grounded over to third. A big scoop by Zapp. Throws on the run over to first to get McNamara. Beautiful charging play by Brian Zapp. Scooped that one on a couple hops. Threw on the run over to Morissette, and a big stretch from the Miami first baseman. So the RedHawks will come up and try to tie it back up or win it in the bottom of the 8th. They are down 3-2 after that run from Kent State. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We'll be right back. We are back with the bottom of the 8th from McKie Field in Oxford, Ohio. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We will have a pinch hitter for Matt Kippenhammer. That'll be Stephen Krause. Zimmerman still on the mound for Kent State. The lefty facing Stephen Krause, a righty. First pitch swung on and missed. Krause is a redshirt sophomore from Wilmington, Ohio. Hitting 154 on the year. And Zimmerman quickly ahead of Krause, 0-2. That was a breaking ball that just caught the bottom half of the zone. Here's the 0-2 pitch, fouled back by Krause, able to get a piece of that one. And every game here really matters. The Mid-American Conference has actually canceled their postseason tournaments for the next few years. And I believe every sport because of monetary concerns. So the regular season champion will be going on to National Division play, National Division I tournament play. So every regular season game matters a bunch here in the MAC this year. Zimmerman misses up high with a fastball to Kraus. Swung on and missed a fastball on the outside corner, so Kraus set down on strikes to start the bottom of the 8th. And we're going to see, it looks like Parker Maspin come in. To hit for Michael Morissette. Maspin hitting 133 on the year. Comes out to 4 hits and 30 at bats. He's doubled once, homered once, walked only twice. First pitch is a ball. Zimmerman misses once again. That one was just a bit outside. Maspin is a senior from Carmel, Indiana. Swung on and driven by Maspin. That was going to be out to center field, but looks like it'll be a routine fly for Colin Matthews out there. He'll get under and squeeze. So the RedHawks all of a sudden down to their last out in game 1. It'll be Nick Nybauer looking to keep this one alive. He is 0 for 1 today, 3 walks though. And he will line this one out toward third. A diving grab for Kyle Jackson, and Kent State takes game 1 of the doubleheader. A hardline drive hit by Nick Nybauer, grabbed out there at third base by Kyle Jackson. So the RedHawks fall 3-2 in extras, 8 innings here in Oxford. So just a few individual stats before we leave you for about 45 minutes. On the mound for Miami, Grant Hartwig was pretty excellent. 6 innings, gave up just 5 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. And Jacob Webb came in, was pretty good in his own right. 2 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits, just gave up a run. And not much doing with the bats here from Oxford for Miami. Will Vogelsang was 2 for 4 with both Miami RBIs. Nate Stone was 2 for 4 as well with a double. Zapp 1 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch, and Nick Niebauer 0 for 2 with 3 walks. For Kent State, the winning Golden Flashes, Cam Touche was 2 for 4. Nick Elson 2 for 4. Cam Jackson 1 for 3 with a run. And Ben Carew 1 for 3 with a home run, 2 RBIs. And on the mound for them, Luke Albright was excellent. 5 innings. I guess he wasn't actually that good though. 5 innings, 6 walks, 7 strikeouts though, 4 hits, only gave up 2 earned. And then Jack Zimmerman came in and shut the door, 3 innings scoreless, only gave up 1 hit, 5 strikeouts in those 3 innings, so a really good performance from Jack Zimmerman. As I said, we will be back in about 45 minutes for game 2 of this doubleheader, so should be around 5:30. Hope you will join us once again here on Red Hawk Radio. This is Jack Schmelzinger, and from me and the rest of our great crew here at Red Hawk Radio, thank you so much for joining us. Hope to see you again in about 45 minutes for game 2 of this doubleheader. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We'll be back in about 45 minutes.